haven't seen the markets as optimistic for a while now. On the US-China trade front, there was a limited deal. So on the 15th of October, we're not going to see the tariffs increasing from 25 to 30% to some, of course, Chinese products imported to the US. In return, the Chinese are likely to increase the purchases of US agricultural products. There is not much detail though, so there's not much I can share. The thing is, all I know is that there is a lot of optimistic sentiment coming into the market, running into the market, supporting the equities and also, of course, weakening the US dollar. Now, on the European side, there is intensive talks now that they also look a bit optimistic, okay? So there might be a deal at the end of this month, by the end of this month, given, of course, the new complex solution for the Irish backstop deadlock is going to be accepted by the European Union. There is grounds, there is intensive talks, there is a lot of optimism, but the complexity of this solution that Mr. Johnson has proposed lately is adding a bit more of a delay to, let's say, to the headlines or to a decision or to a conclusion, okay? So we have to hold our breaths and wait and see what's happening with that. The thing is that the UK is under pressure because Boris really wants that deal to go through before the 17th, 18th, because it's a European summit. So without further ado, I want to have a look at the S&P today and also the dollar index. And also to remind you that we have the US earnings starting this week, okay, for Q3. So we start with the banking sector. It's going to be an interesting week, okay, also both on the trade war front, on the Brexit front, as well as the US earnings front. Starting with the S&P, we've had some good moves to the upside on the back of good trade war news between US and China after the limited deal that was apparently completed between the two countries. I see this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the longer term, right? That means that now we are in a minute wave 5 that ended. We are in the correction that is not really, didn't really go across above wave 1, and that for that reason is still a little bit bearish. That would support my technical perspective, which is seeing prices going down for wave minor 3, 4, and then 5, around the 26, 2700s, which is where is going to we're going to see wave 4 being completed. This is wave 1 primary, wave 2 primary, wave 3 primary, and 4 primary, and then we should be seeing prices going up for wave 5 primary. This is going to be an ending triangle. Okay, so we're in ABCs, 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 and we'll have this ABC over here. Now, as you can see, this is wave 4. Okay, so the A and B cycles have been completed, A and B, and we're expecting for C. I see this as a 5-wave move to the downside. Okay, now that might not be the case, but as long as we are trading below this level, which is the 2990, 300s, 3000, okay, we're still looking for this to become, of course, an impulse move to the downside. Now, of course, it's all dependent of US earnings as well, because they start this week with banks being the first on the line. On the other index I wanted to look today, the US index, of course. On this one, it's been under pressure, despite we had very good Michigan consumer sentiment on Friday, if not mistaken. So here we're also moving, we have an ending and triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks like we've ended wave 5, and that is wave now 1, 2, and this is, we are in the midst of wave 3 minor. We should have then 4 and 5 in the medium and longer term. Now, since we broke outside, I mean, we did break, but we are a little bit back within these limits again. But this is, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. We should see prices correcting, maybe to 98.64 or even higher. I mean, even up to like 99 we could go, and then see prices moving then lower for wave 3 minor. But what we want to see really though is this low, if we want to actually validate this impulsive move to the downside, we want to see this low, the 98.64 holding. If we have a retest here with an ABC correction, then we are going to probably receive a nice 5-move wave to the downside to complete minor 3. Okay, then of course 4 and 5. In the longer term, we're looking at least 96.95. Both the MACD and RSI are supporting such move because we've had this nice divergence, okay, and since the turn, okay, which is this one, since the break down here, we are seeing really both the MACD and the RSI moving along with prices, which is an indication that we're going to have a continuation of the new trend.